ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome everyone to this evening's board meeting. This is our monthly regular meeting for October. And if everyone at this time would join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. If everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, board members, we're down now to approving our agenda. Does anyone have any additions tonight? If not, I will need a motion to approve the agenda. A motion by Ms. Bard. Second by Mr. Bowers. All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none. We'll move down now to Ms. Embry with recognitions.
Well, tonight it's going to be simple. Good evening, I'm sorry. We have, on behalf of the Board of Education, some outstanding teachers who have recently this summer earned a rank change. And we actually had 17 across the district. That's a lot of teachers. So the program began January of 2021. Each of these teachers selected a content focus area for their 2-year professional growth journey, 2 years, and engaged in deep professional learning and action research in their current role. They presented a capstone project that included a problem of practice, research, implementation, and impact data to earn their rank change. So as I said, there were 17 who completed it this summer, and so I went through our schools and took a photo of each of them. Greg provided a certificate for them along with a goodie bag. So instead of having them come and present 17 tonight, I've got a slideshow that I'm just going to go through the names of each one so you can see them. So starting with our elementary, we had 4 at Bremen Elementary: Miss Lacey Groves, Michelle Jarvis, Mandy Toomey, and Katie Willis. Then we moved to Longest, where we had Sarah Devine, Ann McGill, and I just want to make a side note, she created that board out front, and she was excited to include that in the photo. So enjoy that smiley face she created. And then Jamie Oates and Tony Reynolds. And then at South Elementary, we had Marsha Jackson, Misty Robertson, and Emily Scott Meister. Then we moved to middle school, and that at North Middle was Keisha Blake, Jessica Cotton, and Haley Ray. And then at South Middle, Kelly Adams. And then finally, we had 2 at the high school, Tina Baker and Matt Oates. So we want to just say congratulations to these teachers. It's a huge accomplishment, and for all that they do guiding students to be productive and successful citizens. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a lot.
It was.
Wow. All right, impressive. We have good things to talk about at Muhlenberg for sure. All right, move down now to our treasurer's report. Mr. Blutzinger.
Thank you, Chairman Rigger. The financials as of September 30th, 2023. Revenues this month, the beginning balance is $36.857 million. This is down $744,000 from last month. Monthly receipts is at about $2.97 million, which is down $648,000 from last month and $486,000 from the same period last year. Really the significant movement in our receipts were federal dollars were down $882,000 and state is down $321,000 for total monthly receipts and securities of of $39.83 million. Expenditures, this month the accounts payable was about $2.73 million. This is up approximately $1 million when compared to the same period last year. It's mainly in general fund and debt service payments that are made. So the significant bills in September were Old Wealth National Managed $880,973. Ease Insurance, our insurance bundle was $431,180, and then we also had two of our buses come in, so we had a payment to Bluegrass International Trucks and Buses for $226,930. That's really the bulk of where that large amount comes from. Our payroll was at $2.89 million, and it is down $69,000 versus September of 2022. For total expenditures in the month of about $5.62 million. Quick breakdown of the accounts payable. Fixed and mixed expenses were $2 million. Utilities expense about $145,000, and variable expense of $544,000. Total AP was 2.7, general fund, and about $1.4 million. Fund 2 and school activity funds was $187,000. Construction was $2,849. Debt service, $881,000. Food service and daycare, about $242,000. And moving to the ledger balance at the close of the month was $34.2 million, with a bank balance of $25.4 million, outstanding checks of about $2.3 million, for a cash balance of, $23.2 million. Breakdown of that cash, the general fund went down about $1.5 million. Special revenue was down about $360,000, and debt service was the other significant one, about $881,000. Steady financial picture through February of 2024, we expect to have about $38.3 million. Are there any questions?
Are there any questions on the treasurer's report? If not, I need a motion to approve. A motion by Mr. Jones.
Second.
Second by Ms. Wells. All in favor of approving the treasurer's report, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none. All right, moving down now to payment of bills and salaries.
This month, I bring to you $366,565.99. Of those, utilities, about $107,000, variable expenses, about $65,000, or excuse me, fixed expenses of $65,000, variable expenses of $195,000. The significant bill this month, or the board bills this month, is IXL Learning, which is a software package for $29,695.
All right. Any questions on payment of bills and salaries? If not, I will need a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Wells.
Second.
Second by Mr. Bowers. All in favor of approving payment of bills and salaries, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none. Move down now to public participation. None? Okay. All right, so we'll go down now to our administrative report, the superintendent report, and just note our personnel actions have been given to us, and the report will be placed into our minutes. And then I'll turn it over to Ms. Ford with our superintendent report.
Okay, Mr. Carver from the high school is going to share the school spotlight with us tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Orr and Chairman Rager and board members. I just want to share with you some highlights or just kind of some wins that we've had so far in the first quarter. We have implemented a Reading Plus program. A lot of our students just aren't reading at grade level. So we're really targeting our freshmen. And so far this year, we've had 170 level ups, or those students who have increased at least a grade level in reading. There have been an average gain just this month of 29 plus words per minute as the students are reading right there. Across all English 1 and integrated social studies classes, the average level gain is now up to 1 grade level. Mr. Casebier's class, shout out to him, his third block class, they lead the way. They're almost at about a 1.5 grade level increase. So we're doing some things and some rewards to try to challenge those kids and also recognize them and reward them. Classes, they compete to determine who has the highest average level gain. The winning classes, we give them donuts or cookies or something like that. We'll also reward the top 5 students with the most overall growth. And we've actually had some students already show 3 grade levels of growth. So we're really excited about that. All credit goes to our freshman students, our English 1 freshman teachers, integrated social studies teachers at the freshman level for just buying into this work. Also a lot of credit to Miss Stacy Stovall. We've hired her as an interventionist and a reading coach to help us with that. She's also collaborating with our teachers in the classroom with the students, also pulling some of them out, working with them individually. And also Assistant Principal Jill Stewart. She's the one who's really kind of taken this by the horns and really done a great job with tracking the data and keeping up with that, holding those kids accountable, and it's really proving beneficial for us. Another thing that we started this year, kind of a cohort alignment program, just for those kids who, even if they pass all of their classes this year or the next 2 years, they're still not going to have enough credits to graduate. Those kids who oftentimes just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel or no way to get out. So we have implemented this, and so far we've had 31 credits recovered, and 2 of our students are now back on grade level. And on track to graduate with their peers. Coach Shelton oversees this on top of monitoring our ISD kids. Teacher Lori Penrose has also been very instrumental in this. Our guidance counselor, Hannah Sutherland, she was kind of the mastermind behind this. So she's done a great job. And then our instructional aides go in there and help those students as well. Amy Mathis, Norma Kincaid, Debbie Crick, Kenley Pittman, they do a fantastic job with those kids as well. We had CTE freshman rotations this quarter as well. We did this a little differently this year during the school day. Every single freshman in our building, through all of our CTE pathways, all of our teachers, it took an entire day. They had about 30 minutes to sit and not just listen to our CTE teachers, but also listen and even perform some of the things, some of the tasks that they would actually do in those pathways, giving them some hands-on experience and seeing what they may like to do, and then going through and observing and having conversations with some kids. One student was like, Mr. Carter, I got to change the tire today. I got to take a tire off the rim for the new one. Some of them, they were excited because they knew, yes, this is what I want to do, or no, I may want to choose a different pathway, or pick up an additional pathway. So that was really successful. CTE teachers were fantastic. Our upperclassmen students were awesome in leading those discussions, and Ms. Nakabal did a fantastic job, assistant principal, in coordinating all that. And just a few more wins. Food continues to be very popular at the high school. Where Miss Darlene and Miss Joe Cooper, I think they've told me they're serving about 1,000 meals a day. That's about double what we were serving last year.
That's great.
Very few kids are bringing their lunches now. They're wanting to be in the cafeteria. So shout out again to Miss Darlene, Miss Joe Cooper, and our cooks. Some attendance numbers, some attendance wins for the first quarter compared to last year. Our attendance is up 2% from 91.5% to 93.5%, and our unexcused absences are down 20% from the same time period last year. So again, give credit to our faculty. They create a fun and caring learning environment, and also too the work that Mr. Watkins is doing. He's working very closely with Assistant Principal Adam Watt and the Truancy Diversion Program, and we're really thinking that's helping a lot as well. May jinx us, but something that I'm kind of proud of too. First 9 weeks last year. We we had 8 altercations, we'll say that, and this year we've had the first 9 weeks 0. None within our buildings during the regular school day. We have not had during the first 9 weeks. As soon as I said that, I think I may have jinxed that, and we may have 1 altercation today, but I'm still going to take that as a win. Our ISD events are down 86 events last year to 55 this year, and suspensions, out-of-school suspensions are down from 24 last year to only 9 this year. So a lot of good wins. Mr. Sharp, where is he? Mr. Sharp, right back there. He made sure boys soccer district champs.
Yes.
Shout out to them for.
I seen them dancing.
That was a big win for our program. Mr. Jones, where's Mr. Jones? No. But fantastic win. And volleyball, they're taking on Ohio County in about 15 minutes in the district championship. And band competes this weekend at state quarterfinals. We host that at Mustang Stadium, and they perform at 2:15. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carver. Well done.
Yes. All right. Good news all around.
Love that.
All right, so the next thing is Ms. Jones, and she's going to share, our fall iReady assessment is completed, and so she's going to share some data from that, a diagnostic. They don't need to hear me.
We're going to have to get a shorter podium.
Well, there we go.
All right, so we did finish our fall diagnostic. It went from August, I think it was August 15th through September 22nd. And this is the first year, wait just one second. All right, so this is our second year for kindergarten through 5th grade, but it was our first year for our middle school students, so that's very important to remember. I did want to show you how the colors work on iReady reports, because not tonight, but as you look at iReady reports more in the future, it's very important to know that that yellow, especially in the fall, tells us that students are ready for work at their grade level. So that's very important when you look at those reports. I know for a little while, and I'm sure some of the principals will agree with me, for a little while that was a little difficult for me at first. I was kind of like, but that's where, they're on track and they're ready. They're ready for the grade level where they are. So this starts with math. This is everyone K through 8, so I want you to pay close attention. This compares last year to this year, but it's hard for you to see that. Last year, of course, we did only test kindergarten through 5th grade, and this year it was our 8th grade. So we have about 940 more students there this year, but still very proud. And here in a minute, I'll show you compared to norms, national norms of who tests. So I'm very proud of our students for their fall. It is just a baseline. Now this slide does show each grade level comparing last year kindergarten students to this year kindergarten students, but we know that's more apples to oranges, where if I just go to 4th grade, if you look in the 4th grade column, I look in that first bar graph there, that is the 22, 23, 4th grade students. And I'm able to go to this column of 5th grade, and that's my same kids moving from 4th to 5th grade. And I'm so proud of those moves that we're seeing in the right direction for those kiddos. This compares our district to national norms of students from across the nation that test in iReady. Again, very proud of the consistency in what we're seeing with our kids compared to the rest of the nation. I had to include this. This is a big shout out to all of our teachers. Now 6th, 7th, and 8th don't have a comparison because they didn't utilize the assessment last year. But kindergarten through 5th grade, you see a lot of growth as we look closer in each of the domains in math. 5th grade, a significant increase in every single domain. So I wanted to make sure and point that out tonight. Again, some of these reports, I will be more than welcome to go over any questions you have. This is just an overall picture of our district as a whole, but iReady provides so many data reports, and the most important ones are the ones that we get with individual student skills and data. So our teachers and our administrators were able to see specifically what groups of kids need, what individual students need, and it's just a great tool, a resource for us to use. This goes into reading. Again, this is comparing last year, kindergarten through 5th grade, the entire district, of course, adding those middle school students. Again, very proud of their work, even though, again, it's not comparing apples to apples, but we are seeing where we are starting out. This is reading compared to national norms. So you see very consistent data there. Our kids are right on track with others. And this is relating to the fall of last year to fall this year. And again, our district there. So I'm looking very forward to, it's hard to believe already, November 13th. The window will open for our winter diagnostic, and that is when, in January, I'll be able to share, hopefully we're going to see a lot of growth between our fall data and our winter data. So, but please let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you. Stacy, can you email them that
Yes,
slide
I will be glad to
presentation,
do
just so
that.
you can dig
Yes.
look at it a little further? Thank you, Stacy.
It looks like all good news. I like good news. All right. And thank you for explaining all that. So, but the growth from the one year to the next on the 5th graders, was really good. So, thank you so much for doing all of that. I guess that is it, and we will move down now to our attendance and enrollment report.
Chairman Rager, board members, you should have the updated attendance and enrollment for month 2. To be the bearer of bad news, we are kind of trending down a little bit as far as enrollment and attendance. As far as attendance, we were down 94.61% to 93.17. I do know before fall break we had a lot of sickness. I'm hoping that fall break kind of knocks that down a little bit and can kind of trend back up a little bit more than where we are. We still are ahead of several districts around us who are in like 91, 92%. So I'd like to get us back up to that 94, 95, and then our enrollment, we lost 17 students from first month to the second month, and a lot of that has to do with homeschool, and it's a battle that we're all fighting every day. We haven't had as many homeschool requests recently as we did early, but that's kind of that number that you see where we went down from 4,246 students in the first month to 4,229, so we're down 17 students.
What kind of
but-
reasons are they?
All over the place. It may be an incident at school. It could be they've been referred to court.
Well, it's not at the high school because we don't
Well,
have any incidents.
they've done a great job in cutting down on the unexcused occurrences, but it could be a court issue. When we start talking about truancy, it's a way to kind of evade that. Just really all over the place. And there are people and families that do it right, but for the most part, reasons are all over the place.
Are some of these families, like where there's several kids, or are they all like individual homes?
Most individual homes, but recently the Christian school down the road, it did shut down. So all of those kids, as far as I know, did go to homeschool. So we have, as of today, 583 students in homeschool in the county.
Which is great.
Which is down from last year. We were over 600, but it's still, that's the size of a school. So,
Christian school closed down?
right down here in Powderly.
at the end.
Not the ACT.
Okay.
The other thing this is some good news, we started an audit today with Ruth Britt from KDE. When she came, met with Gina and I to begin, she talked about how great our reports were. She did some pre-auditing and pre-reviewing of the district, and she kept saying how clean everything was. And then she met with us, and she met with 3 different schools, and she had nothing but great reviews of our schools. So appreciate the attendance clerks, and then, of course, the work that Gina does here with all things attendance. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll move down now to our board action items. Item A is the second reading of revision to Board Policy 08.114.
So this is just the addition to the graduation requirements of the student defensive learning that we talked about last month. This is the second reading for that.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second by Mr. Joe Hart. All in favor of approving the second reading, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none. And we'll move down now to item B, which is to award bid for waste collection services. Mr. Lutzinger.
Thank you, Chairman Rager, board members. We recently put out a bid for waste collection services. I've attached the bid tab sheet. The lowest bid was from Brew Crew Environmental. They're a local group. They're at $8,500 per month. And our current vendor is Republic Services, and they have their total between all of them was $9,030.63, roughly $6,000 difference annually. But it still is down from what we currently have. I also have Derek Gill here. Do you guys have any questions regarding anything with our waste collection?
Do we have to vote on this tonight?
You don't have to, I mean,
I'm not familiar with Brew Crew Environmental.
you want to lend some insight there?
I'll tell you what, I know, I'm not familiar with them either. It's just whenever, I just took over in July. At the 1st of August, we started having issues with Republic not showing up. And it wasn't that big of a deal, but whenever school started, I mean, the trash dumpster, they was just run over. And of course, we was getting numerous calls every single day. I'm the one that has to deal with this, so whenever it started happening, I started thinking, we got to do something. Anyway, this went on, pretty much all of August, but we didn't really see it until school started because everything started running over through September. And they ended up not showing up, like 1 or 2 times a week. It was max. And then they started charging us for overages because the dumpsters was run over. So this is when I took it in my own hands, and I heard about Brew Crew, and so I called him in just to see how much difference it is between what we're paying, because we've been averaging paying $12,000 a month for what we have right now. And so he come in at $8,500. I was like, we really need to think about putting this out to bid. And now they come back at $9,000. So what's the difference between what we're paying now, $12,000, while all of a sudden they come down to $9,000? So I'm not saying go with whoever. I'm the one that's been having to deal with it. So it does get, I know, and the principals can vouch.
They went a week one time, and then a whole week and never pick up trash.
I know people,
Same thing happened to us, so I don't know what was going on in August.
I know people are probably worried about what if. But we had to deal with the what ifs at that time. So that's the only reason I took it.
Had you spoken to anyone at Republic? Like, did you try to reach out?
Jason Link, I talked to him.
Okay.
I ended up calling, or actually he ended up coming and talking to me. Of course, he acted like he had no idea. He was going to.
Yeah.
But he was very nice, He told me if I ever need anything, just call him. yes, they are a big company, and they have plenty of trucks, but they also serve, everywhere. This guy is a local guy, he's a taxpayer in the county, so,
How long is?
Sorry,
Go ahead.
2 questions. How long have they been in business, and how many trucks do they have?
I think they just started the first of this year, and right now, of course, he's not very big yet. They say if he gets this system, he's done. He's not going out for any more. That's all he needs. But he has 1 truck right now and a trailer that has a lift on it to dump in there that he pulls with the truck. If something happened to one of his trucks. But he said by the first of the year, he will have 2 trucks plus his trailer. And he would be willing to, on any other days, on a Tuesday or Thursday, because he would come Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All we had to do was just call. He's right down the road, you could come anywhere and dump, and he would go.
I'd like to look into that a little bit more. We don't have to vote on it tonight.
So you want to table?
Yeah, I'd like to table it for now.
What's everybody else's thoughts?
I've heard some other bad stuff about Republic. Yes.
I mean, I do like the fact that these are local people that we have access to.
Just to make sure that, they have the mechanism to do the job.
Right, because it's a big job.
The one thing I did some research on this company too. It looked like a couple months ago they had put out that they were looking for just, had room for like another thing or two to pick up. But, this is a big organization of business for them. So, I don't want them to spread themselves thin either. So that's a little concerning to me. But I have a motion to table. Do I have a second? I have a second by Mr. Johar. So we will table this until a later time. Okay. All in favor of tabling this, say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none, so like I said, we'll table this till next time.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Sure.
Because this might be the last time I'm in here. I just want
It won't be.
Not now.
You're not that lucky.
You can't get out that
I just
easy,
want to give
brother.
a shout out to my crew and Stephanie and all of our maintenance crew and lawn crew. I promise you, they do not get the, I'm telling you, they do way more than anybody ever thinks they do. They just, I just want to let them know they're well deserved.
Yes.
Very appreciative of that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
saying that.
much.
It means a lot when it means a lot to me when someone puts up their people instead of themselves, so thank you.
All right. So we'll go down now to item C. And that is to approve future problem-solving coach stipend for the elementary schools to extra service.
Thank you again. The elementary schools, they've added future problem-solving events to their academic meets, and they require a coach. The stipend would be $500 annually for each elementary school.
Any questions? I'll make a motion to approve. Second. Second by Ms. Wells. All in favor of approving the stipend for the elementary schools problem-solving coach, please say aye. 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 All opposed? I hear none. We'll go down now to item D, and that is to accept the KETS first offer of assistance.
This is our first offer of assistance this year. It's in the amount of $44,964. It is down a bit. Last year, I think it was about $54 in this, on the same offer. So this offer must be accepted by the board, and it's going to be forwarded to KT. We do have to match these funds, so it doubles the amount that we would normally use anyway.
I need a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
I have a motion by Ms. Bard. Second by Ms. Wells. All in favor of accepting the KETS first offer of assistance, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none. And we are down now now to our board consent agenda items. These are to approve the minutes of the prior board meeting. Central City Elementary Head Start request to surplus 2 52-inch computer stations. Consider fundraising and field trip requests. We've had a chance to review these in our packet. Is there any corrections or questions regarding these items? If not, I need a motion to approve. Have a motion by Ms. Bard. Second by Ms. Wells. All in favor of approving the board consent agenda items, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none, and we are down to adjourn. Need a motion to adjourn. Have a motion by Mr. Bowers. Second by Ms. Wells. All in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? I hear none, we are adjourned.